So, if we've been trained to live in the mind, to think, to know, what happens to everything else? What happens to our emotions? What happens to our body? What happens to our ability to connect? Where does all that go? When we came into this world, we used no mind. And often, those were our best years. Then there came a point where education came in and we started to learn. And even then, there was an overlap, there was a cusp between the deep knowing and the soulfulness versus the intellect that was now being given to us. And then we switched over completely. We split. We became so strong in our minds. Knowing. And with more knowing came this, the split became bigger. And with each increment that the split grew, suffering was induced. And then because the suffering is growing, we fight harder, know more, read more, climb higher, work longer, more validation, more being seen, more money, more material goods. And I think we can all see very little true happiness comes to one when the mind is dominant, when we're living fully in the mind. It doesn't matter how much the mind tries to convince us. Something is always missing within us. And as the years go, the split becomes bigger. And as it becomes bigger, so does the suffering. What do we do about that? What do we do with this eternal hamster wheel life that we're living on? We started adopting emotional intelligence in the corporate world, mechanical world. But even then, we've been thinking through EQ, emotional intelligence. We're still not able to feel our way through life. And because the split gets bigger and bigger, the more we stay here and the less we know here, suffering ever increases. And because we're over reliant on this, when this is not doing what it can't do, cannot bring us what we are searching for. It's impossible. When this is not doing what it can't do, and the pain is excruciating, the disconnect from the self is so painful. What's our only solution by modern day's way of solving this pain? We numb ourselves through alcohol, through drugs, through pornography, through overworking, through believing that the title will bring us that peace, that joy, that wholeness, through screens, through self-neglect, through self-harm, even just the thoughts. Our thoughts are most detrimental to us because they echo back the pain within us. They just echo back the pain within us. One of the most powerful yet subtlest ways of self-harm And so we numb ourselves. Someone else will have the answer. Maybe a politician. Maybe my boss. Maybe if I'm the boss. Maybe a partner. Maybe my kids. Someone will have the answer. How futile is it? How futile? Look at what we're doing. Look at what we're doing to ourselves. Trying to navigate our way in the dark. Just hoping we don't go over. Our body's dysfunction. Our over-reliance on the medical system. Our over-reliance on someone else who knows better than me, because my knowledge is not sufficient. It was never meant to be all that we rely on. It was never meant to be that way. We functioned pretty well without it until we were told that we can't function without it. Do you see it? Do you see it? We've really become a society that knows so much but feels so little. Even in our conversations, we only allow in the amount that we've been in with ourselves, which is why so much of our relationships are surface level. When we lose connection to what we are feeling, to this deep intelligence that I'm referring to, we lose connection to what is true. The beautiful thing about this is that it's not broken. It's just being ignored. Although what's been ignored doesn't go away. It sits there, waiting in the dark, screaming all day, every day, screaming for us to do something different. To symbiotically change what we're doing, because what we're doing is not working. If I can be an absolutist on this, it is not working. Just look around at our relationships, our leadership, our world, our collective. It's not working anymore. If it ever did. So my question to you is this. How do we let go of all that we've learned, over-reliant on our knowledge that we've put into our minds, believing that that is enough? My question to you is, how do we come back? How do we come back? We've been gone for so long. How do we come back? Thank you for listening. I'll see you in part 3.